Hey guys, Matthew Morrow, MorrowInvest.com. I'm here to bring you your 2-minute tip of the day. So today I want to talk to you about some of the crazy jobs that I've done over the years. I know some of you, as we talk, you say, well, look, I'm highly educated. I have a master's in this. I have a doctorate in this. And several videos I've told you that you need to forget yourself, and when work is available, you need to do that work. Now, I know some of you are holding out because you want to get that particular high job, and I've even heard people say, well, I don't want to take that job because I don't want that to show up on my resume. I, as an employer, will tell you that I particularly would rather see that you have continued to work to pay your bills, to take care of your family, than I would to see that you've been unemployed for the last year or more. Okay, so let me tell you about some of the crazy jobs that I've done, and I'm literally going to go down a list, and some of these might sound crazy, but here goes. Some of these also will stem from, since my mother owned a large catering company, there were special events that allowed for these opportunities and things like that, but that'll go along with your networking and family, and you'll always have an uncle with a business, a friend with a business, and you'll be able to help out if you make yourself available. Okay, so my mother sent me a picture the other day. It was from when I was 16 for the Egg Association here in Alabama, and I dressed up as a 6-foot-tall chicken. I was 16 years old, and it was funny because at 16 years old, my voice had not fully changed yet. So people kept asking, are you a boy rooster or a girl rooster? I think I got paid, $10 an hour for that particular gig, and I was working like crazy, going around, shaking hands, saying hello to everybody. And of course, I was hot as can be here in Alabama, this sweltering heat and humidity, and I was in a suit, and I've always been a large person, so that was not a fun gig, but I needed the money. What else have I done? Well, I've cleaned out gutters of houses. I've been on top of houses. I've climbed trees that were way too tall to climb, to cut down limbs that needed to be cut. I have done pine straw and different types of gardening and landscaping. I've driven U-Haul trucks. I've helped people move. I dressed up as a lobster for a lobster boil. You'll see that picture here. Isn't that sexy there? And I got paid, I think, $100 for that. And actually, I was still in college when I dressed up as this lobster you see here. And what's funny about it is there's a famous construction company. They build skyscrapers all over the world. They're located here in Alabama, in Montgomery. And at the time, we were doing this lobster boil catering for them. And I got paid, I think, $100, maybe $75 to dress up for a couple of hours as this lobster. Well, when I finished doing that, I went and cleaned up and went back to school, and I had class that night. So I know a lot of people will talk to me and be like, well, I can't go to school and work at the same time. I would tell you that you can make time for whatever it is you want to do. There's a lot of people that I know that tell me their limitations. That is one of the first things they tell me is, well, I can't work full-time, or I can't work part-time, or I can't. And these particular reasons are why I can't. My neck hurts, my back hurts, I've got this issue. Well, I understand those, and I'm not making light of those, but successful people, despite whatever the problems are, they overcome those problems in order to continue to make themselves available for opportunity. And I'm going to continue talking about these. Some of you might have some type of physical or mental, social problem that will keep you completely from working. I understand that. I pray for you, my friend. But there's some of you that the only problem is in your head, and you need to rework and rethink how you believe and how you work, and that is going to lead you to opportunity. Because what's going to happen is if you continue to tell yourself you can't, then you can't. And if you continue to say, why is that person successful and I'm not? Don't you think it's probably true that if you went to any successful person and asked them if they had any ailments, or if they had any physical ailments or mental ailments or spiritual ailments, if they've ever struggled with depression or bipolar or fibromyalgia or arthritis or any of that, you are 100% of the time going to get a yes. Yes, they have dealt with problems. Yes, life has happened to them as well. Family members, divorce, all kinds of crazy things go on in our life. But if you will make yourself available and have a correct mindset and a good attitude, there is something that you can do and put your heart into it. And it might be something little. You might not be able to start big. You might you might be in your 50s and 60s now and you need to work, but you can't do the work that you could do when you were 20. I completely understand that. But there is something that you can do. I can't tell you what that purpose is. I hope that as you continue to list the things that you're good at, list the things that you enjoy, and list opportunities that are available to you, you will find the right thing. I can't help but think of Chick-fil-A. If you go to any Chick-fil-A, I know there's lots of them in the southeastern region, but if you go to any Chick-fil-A, there'll always be an elderly person that is a greeter, and they hand out mints, and they wipe off the tables. And that's just about all they do. They're not taking out the trash or cooking they're not doing the big heavy lifting jobs, but what are they doing? They're doing what they can do by making having a smile, being a greeter, handing out a piece of candy. So they are using what abilities they have in order to bless themselves with business and continue to work. I encourage you to do those things. Have a great day.